Well, hello everyone. For today, we're going to do an interesting weapon right here. Another throwing weapon, the Orvius Prime. Now, what makes this weapon special is this weapon belongs to Tenshin, a character in the game. Where you can get this weapon will be in the description below, because, well, I'm pretty sure most people know how to get it at this point. So, yeah. Now, what makes this weapon special is, well, hang on. As you can see, it acts like a normal glaive, but if you throw it while blocking, you can actually lift enemies in the air. Now I'll show you why it's useful later, but for now, let's check the stats. The stats of this weapon. For this build you need one Forma, because to be honest I don't use this weapon too much. But yeah, I believe one Forma is enough, at least for me. Now you can see from right off the bat that attack speed suffers. It's very low. Combo duration, low again. Critical chance, it's decent, but not as good as the other video. Critical chance multiplier, it's okay. Status is low, very low, sadly. And it mostly deals slash damage. But where the weapon excels is not in close quarters combat, but rather here. In, well, the throwing. Stats are a bit higher. Only a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. But yeah. Now these enemies are staying. Oh, sorry, I didn't. I didn't spawn them. Sorry. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Okay. These three here are one of the toughest enemies in the game due to their heavy armor. Now keep in mind, the performance of this weapon may not be as good right now, but against lower leveled enemies, it does better. So anyway, here we go. No mods. Not really much, huh? And when you throw it, again, not that much, but there's criticals and slash on it. But if you block and throw, it adds up with the status you have, what element you have. Now, depending on the element, that move will be devastating. But what makes that move so special is you can do this, then follow up with this. Yeah, but when you throw the weapon, well, you'll have no melee weapon, so be careful with that move. Don't abuse it, because you will die. And thankfully Warframe did an update where if you're too close to the explosion, oh sorry, you just get knocked back. Unlike before, well, people like me kept on dying. So thank you Warframe for that update. Now, let's see. First off, we'll go to the standard build. Now, I'm not certain how this weapon should be built, if I should focus on close range or long range. But this is what I can do so far. So far, these mods, anyone can get them. And you can use between Gleaming Talon or Astral Twilight. Doesn't really matter, to me anyway. To me. But, yeah. This is the best I can do. Now, standard build, let's test it out. Ready? Now, it looks decent because, well, they're not moving. So, let's test the standard build with well, not 3, I will die. my my Warframe's a bit squishy. So let's do this. See that? At that moment when you throw the weapon, that will be the best chance you get to shoot them. Now if they were lower leveled enemies, well, she would have died quicker. That's why this weapon is a bit of a 50-50. It's a situational weapon, just like the Glaive Prime. There's no guarantee of, well, success. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's see how this does in viral. Oh, hang on. Sorry, that's the wrong mod. Here. Viral. As we all know, viral is good against health. Hang on, let's test it out. Viral against this one. Do you see that? In close range combat, like I said, this weapon suffers, but for the throwing, well, it shows great results. And as you can see, viral is the way this weapon works. Viral makes this weapon dangerous, not corrosive, sadly. Okay, to prove a point, say we want to go with, let's see, health focus guys. Right here. Oh, okay. This is why I didn't want to put too many guys. See? Viral makes this weapon very strong. And I don't recommend using this weapon against a room full of heavy armored people because, like I said, you'll be defenseless without your throwing weapon. Sure, it can slow them down, but eventually it will kill you unless you have a stronger Warframe, like maybe Rhino Prime or Oberon, or maybe Valkyrie, I guess. But let's move on to the expensive build. Right here. This is why it's expensive. These 3 mods here. Let's see. I'll switch this mod for a variety's sake. Status suffered, admittedly, but I don't think it matters because the status when you throw the weapon and suspend them in the air, it's quite massive. Case in point. Hang on, sorry. Now, let's demonstrate what I mean. If there's too many powerful guys, really, you're gonna need to rely on your Warframe powers. Here we go. Just to make it a little bit easier. It depends on your playstyle, really. Let's see. Now we go to the heavily armored. Here we go. Now let's say you don't want to rely on your powers. That's fine. Okay, yep, that's what happens. Oh. There we go. So yeah, it's a bit of a 50-50 weapon, but I think this build is good enough. I mean, you don't have to bring it against level 140 guys or girls. So yeah, you won't be facing the same levels as me, so it's fine. Yeah. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching, and sorry if this video is a bit of a mess. This weapon is a bit confusing. It's not really straightforward. But yeah. Thank you again for watching, and I hope this video helps you in any way. And if you're interested, please like and subscribe. And as usual, I'll see you guys in the next video.